Good evening, I'm Krystalle Ramlakhan. Your local news starts right now. Omicron in Ontario nears its peak.
I want to assure Ontarians that we're starting to see glimmers of hope.
While Ottawa area hospitals see a spike in ER visits.
Numbers what we really haven't seen before.
And high school students ask for a grade freeze to reduce pandemic stress.
I don't necessarily think that during these uncertain times that it really reflects their learning.
We begin with some hopeful news that just broke tonight. CBC News has confirmed restaurants will be allowed to reopen indoor dining at 50% capacity starting on January 31st. An announcement is expected from the Ford government tomorrow. The province also says new Omicron cases are expected to peak this month, but while Ontario officials say they are seeing positive signs, as Farah Morale reports, health experts are still reminding everyone to stay cautious due to a number of factors. Taking a closer look at today's COVID numbers, 83 people in Ottawa are in hospital for COVID treatment. 10 are in intensive care. That's the most since May last year. 10 people with COVID have recently died in the region. Ontario is reporting more than 4,100 patients in hospital today because of COVID. 589 are in the ICU. The province is reporting 60 new deaths, most of them over the last 11 days. The Outaouais is reporting 135 people in hospital. 6 are in the ICU, and 2 more people have died. And the province gave out more than 103,000 vaccinations yesterday. For complete numbers, you can always check out our website at cbc.ca/Ottawa. The first shipments of a new oral medication for use against COVID-19 have arrived in Canada. Today, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced they are being distributed to the provinces and territories. He calls the pills another tool to use against the virus, but not a replacement for vaccines. The medical officer of health for Eastern Ontario says it's a game changer. Many Ontario hospitals have reported reaching critical levels throughout the pandemic. Now researchers are looking at what's driving a growing number of patients to emergency departments in the hopes of relieving some of the burden there. But the results are not necessarily what you would expect. Nicole Williams explains. We have an update tonight on the investigation into last week's explosion and fire at Eastway Tank. Ottawa police say the coroner's office has confirmed that all human remains have now been removed from the site on Merivale Road. Police say the coroner will now work to identify the remains. That could take days or weeks. 5 people are missing and presumed dead. Another man who was taken to hospital later died of his injuries. Ontario Provincial Police have charged 2 men with the killing of 39-year-old Greg Slewage. Slewage's badly beaten body was found just outside of Carleton Place in late September 2020. Stu Mills has this report. Freezing rain made for another messy day of travel today. A travel advisory is in effect until tomorrow as more freezing rain is expected. The city is asking people to plan ahead for their commute. Celeste Care reports. Climatologist Ian Black joins us now. And Ian, I have definitely been feeling that cold on my walks to and from work. Is it going to last?
For 5 months tops.
No.
No, look, I don't.
Coming up, with so many people priced out of the market, the Premier and mayors are looking at ways to make it more affordable to buy a home. To explore ways to make housing more affordable, Premier Ford held a long-awaited housing summit today after numerous delays. Greg Ross has more. Mayor Jim Watson says part of the problem for rising house prices is a labor shortage to build homes after they get their permits. And when it comes to whether Ottawa needs to speed up its own permits and approvals, Watson says this city has been processing record numbers of permits in recent years, but he's open to looking at how to cut more red tape. As we go to break, there's a lovely shot of the canal. We have Ian's final weather forecast in just a few minutes. Stay with us. Ian Black is back, and Ian, I hear it's going to be another cold weekend.
Not what I would call encouraging signs or prospects for any kind of warmth. Normal high would be about -6 points.
That's our show for tonight. Thanks for joining us. Meet you back here at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Have a good night.